In the shadow of the shattered moons of Veltraxis, war between the Galactic Dominion and the fledgling human confederacy reached its bloodiest phase. The Dominion, made up of centuries-old species who viewed humans as upstart pests, had unleashed its most feared operatives, the Arvani, a race of genetically engineered female assassins. Agile, emotionless, and bred solely for obedience, they carried out black operations that erased entire human squads before they even touched the ground. Scylla-7 was one of the best. She landed on the jungle planet Garanos Prime without a sound, her stealth capsule sinking into the swamp like a phantom. The target, Lieutenant Mason Ward, the sole survivor of a downed human recon team. He had evaded Dominion sweeps for 10 standard days. The Dominion command deemed him a symbol of dangerous human resilience, and thus a threat to morale. Her orders were simple: locate and eliminate. She tracked him effortlessly, silent through the thick canopy, infrared optics scouring the darkness. He had taken refuge in a ruined Terran outpost. Mistake. She positioned herself on a tree limb with a perfect line of fire through a shattered window. But then something strange happened. He was kneeling beside a broken transmitter, attempting to repair it with bleeding fingers. Exhaustion lined his face, but his hands moved with stubborn determination. He wasn't panicking. He wasn't running. He looked peaceful. Scylla adjusted her scope, waiting for the moment his heart aligned with the red crosshairs. A single plasma bolt would do it. But her finger trembled. For the first time in her life, her aim wavered. Why? Middle. Instead of firing, she watched. 4 hours. She studied his movements, his resourcefulness, and, most curious of all, his care. When he found a wounded jungle animal trapped under debris, instead of eating it or ignoring it, he spent an entire ration pack nursing it. She observed him laugh alone at something recorded on a cracked datapad. He made a necklace from scavenged wire and hung it from the outpost's frame, whispering a name she couldn't identify. "For you live." Scylla should have reported him, called in a bombardment. But she didn't. Instead, she approached. That night, she crept through the outpost, silent as a specter. He was asleep, his weapon loosely cradled beside him. One strike would end it. She hovered over him, blade extended. Then he stirred. Scylla pulled back instantly, but not fast enough. In one fluid motion, Mason rolled and pulled his pistol. She turned, twisting to strike, but he didn't fire. He saw her eyes, silver and cold, and the Dominion insignia on her uniform. But instead of panic or rage, he said, "You're not a drone." She froze. "Kill me then," he said, lowering the gun. "You already would have if that's what you wanted." No one had ever seen her hesitation before, much less named it. She didn't know why she didn't end him right there. Instead, she simply vanished into the shadows again. The next morning, Mason awoke to find a fresh water canister and anti-venom herbs near his feet. No note, no sound, just presence. Over the next 3 days, it became a silent pattern. He'd find signs of her watching, sometimes warnings etched into dirt. "Don't go east, storm lizards," sometimes medical supplies left beside his gear. And instead of reporting her, he began talking aloud, even if she never responded. "You know, I used to be an engineer. Not much of a soldier. Just wanted to build bridges, not blow them up." One night, as a thunderstorm raged outside, Scylla entered the outpost, fully visible for the first time. "I don't understand you," she said. "I should kill you." Mason smiled tiredly. "You've had every chance. Why don't you shoot me?" "Because you saved me. And if someone saves your life, you don't repay them with death. that made no tactical sense. But it made her hesitate again. She sat across from him. She didn't take off her mask, but something in her posture shifted. Less hunter, more curious. They talked for hours. She spoke of her training, the memory suppression implants, how the Arvani were programmed from birth to see humans as vermin. But Mason's kindness had activated something dormant. Her questions multiplied. Why had she never been given a name beyond Sila 7? Why had Mercy been treated as a virus to be purged? Mason didn't offer answers, only his truth. Sometimes, he said, being human is about choosing to care, even when the universe tells you not to. Climax. Their fragile truce shattered the moment a Dominion recon drone spotted them together. Sila's calm crackled to life with a cold directive. Agent Sila 7. You are compromised. New orders. Eliminate both targets. Cleanse the zone. They had sent another Arvani. Sila's twin Sila 9. A cleaner designed to erase disobedience. She'll kill us both, Sila whispered. She doesn't question orders. Then let's give her a reason to, Mason said, gripping her hand. Or we die together. They rigged the outpost, laid traps, turned every broken console into an explosive decoy. When Sila 9 arrived, sleek and lethal, her expression registered only calculation. You failed, Sila 9 said, aiming her plasma blade at her sister. You feel. That makes you weak. Sila stepped in front of Mason. No. That makes me strong. Their battle was fierce. Two Arvani, equal in strength and speed, danced through a storm of blades and lightning. Sila was injured, her shoulder torn open, but when Sila 9 moved to strike Mason, Sila screamed, "No!" and dove between them. And Mason, unarmed, struck Sila 9 with a broken power conduit, sending 1,000,000 volts through her nervous system. The cleaner convulsed and dropped, stunned. It was enough. Ending. They escaped Garano's prime in a scavenged Dominion flyer. Mason's signal finally reached a human patrol, and they were retrieved. Sila, considered a defector, was placed under human observation. The Dominion issued a bounty for her head. She was officially dead to them. But Mason visited her every day during her debriefing. He brought her books, food, even jokes. Weeks passed. Her silver eyes slowly began to soften. "I don't know what I am anymore," she admitted one night. "You're not a number," he said. "You're not a weapon. You're Sila. Just Sila." She looked down at her hands. "Is it okay to want more?" He smiled, placing his hand over hers. "Yes. And if you want, we can figure it out together." In time, she was cleared to live among humans. It wasn't easy. Her instincts clashed with their customs. But Mason was always there. And when she saw a little girl cry after scraping her knee and instinctively moved to comfort her, she realized something powerful. She was no longer just surviving. She was becoming. From assassin to guardian. From weapon to woman. Because the human she was meant to kill had shown her a path her creators never imagined. Mercy. And a reason to live.